Good afternoon. Have you guys ever been told breakfast is the most important meal of the day? Don't start off your day without eating something, or if you don't eat breakfast, you won't have a productive day. I believe we've all been told this by teachers, guardians, and faculty that if we don't eat breakfast, we aren't going to have a productive day. And I believe this saying is true to itself because I do believe breakfast is an important meal of the day. Maybe not the most important meal, but is an important meal for us students so we can be able to have a good day. Now, I believe this is a big problem in the United States because I know a lot of students, college students, skip over this meal because we don't have the time for it. As in, I know with our schedules, we'd be running late, we don't have the time for it, or we're just not hungry when we wake up. I know there's times when I wake up, when I go to school or work, I'm not hungry at the moment and I don't eat until 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I know this is probably a bad thing, but it's just we're not usually hungry, or we don't have anything to eat, or we do, but we don't want to eat that. And I believe this is a big problem because a lot of students, about 60% of students in the United States, skip over this meal and don't eat breakfast at all. And I believe this meal is really important for us students so we can be able to concentrate and be able to have a productive day. I know there's been times when I was in high school and I had an exam or a test or during my classes, I wasn't able to focus because I didn't eat breakfast. And then about halfway through, before I had my lunch period, all I would think about was food or when my lunch period would come up. And it didn't help me focus into what I was learning because I was distracted on what I wanted to eat in a bit. And this is such a big problem because then you don't get the materials for what the course is and you're able to not pass the exam. So a lot of us students don't eat it. And I believe it's an important meal because it helps you start off your metabolism. It starts off what is, as the name suggests, breakfast, because it breaks the fasting of what you had over the night. Because while we're sleeping, we're supposed to be sleeping for 8 hours of sleep. And breakfast is the first meal of us from that, what we call fasting of our sleep. So because we don't eat anything at that time, our metabolism isn't ready, or we aren't able to get the nutrients what we need. And because of breakfast, it is able to supply us with glucose and the boost of energy and levels of alertness that helps us with the essential nutrients for us to start off our day. Now, a lot of schools are starting to work on this and figuring out how to help out students for them to be able to have some breakfast. Some schools have implemented grab-and-go meals, such as I know my school did it, we go to the lunchroom, we grab a little packet that had cereal, a granola bar, milk, and an orange juice, and an apple if we wanted it. We grabbed that and take it to our homeroom, and we were able to eat it there. And maybe it wasn't a big meal, but I know it did help out for a lot of us who were in a rush and just grabbed it and real quick and ate it. Other schools are doing homeroom breakfasts, where in homeroom they have breakfast meals for the students and they're able to eat it there. And I believe these are small benefits that are going to help out students be able to focus in school and do better, because I know when I did eat breakfast, I felt myself doing even better during school. Now, there's a few things that us students and parents can do as to help out our next generation students or other fellow students, so we can inform them of why breakfast is so important, such as get yourself informed, figure out why breakfast is so important. There's more reasons of why we should eat breakfast than just starting off our metabolism. There's long-term negative effects that happen because if we don't eat breakfast, such as we have a higher risk of getting type 2 diabetes, we get a higher risk of heart diseases that is really bad for us, and other ways to inform us. Or if you do not have the time when you wake up to grab something to eat, grab an apple, a banana, a small fruit or something, eat it on the way to school. It's not the biggest meal, but it's gonna help out with something. And I believe we all should start eating breakfast more, and students should eat breakfast on a daily because it'll help improve their performance in school and do better in general. It makes you feel better also. So thank you for your time. Have a nice night.